The next question has to do with sustainability. What are your thoughts on that, Ron?
Again, buyer beware. Sustainability, local, there are all kinds of catchphrases, and business wants to do what they want to do. Here's a frustration with me. When I would go out and buy yogurt, and I'd want to buy yogurt that was fat-free, not that I care about that anymore, but I started to realize that there are parameters to how businesses operate where they can go, can we get away with calling this fat-free even if it isn't, but if we have a certain amount of fat reduced in our product. And I found as I got to know more in the farmers market system, I started to question a lot more of what was going on in the way food was being sold to me. And it got really frustrating that it's hard to get straight answers. So in terms of sustainability, there are two tools. When people talk about sustainability, there's pretty much three parameters. How is the fish caught? What is the health of the fish in terms of biological testing? And stock management. Are the numbers strong? And again, as a layperson who's not a hardcore fisherman, an example is Canadian BC sockeye is considered ocean wise, not only for the way it's caught, not only for its health benefits, but also for its stock management. What I have not been able to find a clear answer on is when we see summers come and go where there are huge numbers expected and then we end up with much less. And it seems there's a lot more questions to stock management than there isn't. I'm not the king of knowing anything exceptional about that, but that's me as a consumer going, I wish there were harder numbers to understand every year what's going on with the sockeye runs. And we hear, again, online, we hear a lot of frustration, a lot of misinformation, a lot of panic. And sockeye goes through 4-year cycles where we have a huge number, and then the rest is kind of, it happens as it happens. So in terms of a tool for you and I, Oceanwise, there's a program out of the Vancouver Aquarium, and they do this. They grade all sorts of fish with exceptional detail so that you can be able to look on their site and go through and find out, well, what fish is good for me to eat? Am I making a healthy choice? The other is the Sea Choice program, and this is really handy. If you guys have an iPhone out there, they don't have the app for Android yet, but the iPhone can download an app where if you're going out for dinner, Moreno, and they have a type of sturgeon or trout, and you're not sure what the status of that is, you can actually go to the app on your phone and find out. And all I can say is my time in the farmers markets, when it comes to sustainability, I always kind of came at this from, well, what does my little piddly grocery budget have to do with nothing in terms of making choices? Here's what I know is that the farmers markets are operating in the $5 to $6 billion in sales, and it's creating challenges for the major supermarkets to review how they're doing things. And you'll find that a lot of the major supermarkets now have huge sections of their business where they're promoting local, and they're trying to get on board with sustainable initiatives because they know people are starting to care. That yours and my food budgets, which aren't trillion-dollar budgets, but they're together with everyone, we're creating change in how food is brought to us. And that's, I think, really exciting for me, is that the more people find out about this, the more I go, maybe I'm going to get this type of bread, or I'm going to get this type of chicken. Well, the major companies are listening, and our voice does matter.
And sustainability is definitely an issue.
Definitely is. And don't just assume that because Ron Gorman uses the word sustainable means I should be able to back it up with some examples. And if someone can't back up their product with why it's sustainable or what their process was all about, then you might want to take a second guess and go to find someone that does have answers about their product.
Yes.